What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jack Mandela here, bringing you my second video on this channel. First off, I just wanted to say that this video is probably not going to make the cut because I'm filming in my car and I found the perfect place where I can put my phone and talk to you guys, but my phone keeps falling, so this one's probably not going to make the cut. So if it does, if you guys are watching this right now, this video is meant to be, because the odds. Anyway. First off, I just want to say, thank you everyone for watching that first video. I was so surprised by how much feedback it got. I mean, yeah, it got more dislikes than likes, but you know, your boy got some views on that. I was like, what? I got like 300 something views. I was really shocked for my first video. And I had like 20 something comments, and most of them were like hate comments, but I got comments. I was like, shit, like people actually saw it and were like, this video has made me like want to comment something, whether it's good or bad. I love those like the positive feedback about like some people, and then people I hated, hey, at least you commented, at least you gave me something to read. So yeah, I got more dislikes than likes, but you know, it was pretty controversial, so I was expecting that. Anyway, but with this video, I just wanted to talk about a little bit of my high school experience, and for like incoming freshmen, was it class of 2022? 2022, because I'm gonna be a freshman in college. I'm in class of 20. Okay. I thought I'd make a video talking about like my high school experience and just some advice. This is probably like a raw video of like just some like random shit I'm saying, but I mean, it might help someone. So I guess my biggest tip in high school, just if you like to be an overall like happy person and just like really get the most out of it, is to not be so judgmental of two things. Number one, really just be open-minded, because if you're open-minded, then you're not going to be judgmental, really. When I say this, because it's really easy in high school to kind of like look at like either groups of people or, you know, activities and shit like that and be like, well, this is kind of weird, or like, well, they're kind of weird, or like, I heard from so and so that, you know, this person did this and all that, and it's like, it's all bullshit. You should just be open-minded, and don't let someone that you've talked to influence your opinion about another person, just because who knows like how your friend has interacted with that person or any of that. That's just you shouldn't do that. It's complete bullshit. Hold on, my screen. Okay, we're good. It's just, if you go that route, you're gonna burn a lot of bridges, and you're gonna prevent yourself from making a lot of connections with people who you might actually like become really good friends with. Like one of my like greatest friends in the high school was someone who like got a lot of people talk shit about this kid for like no reason. I was like, what? Like, why is everyone talking shit? And at first I kind of want to believe it, because so many people were like talking shit about. And then I started hanging out with him, and I was like, he's such a cool person. He's probably one of my best. I would consider one of my best friends now. So yeah, just be really open-minded. Don't let other people, you know, influence how your opinions on others. Just, it really depends on how you interact with that person only. So I went over that. And the reason why I say that is because my freshman year, I was like really judgmental, and whenever someone would talk shit about someone else or something like that, then I would automatically assume that whoever they're talking shit about was just like, I pretty much believe, whenever someone was talking shit about someone, I always believed it, whatever it was. And I'd be like, oh, well, I don't want to be friends with so-and-so because he did this, or, you know, she did this, or whatever. And I was also like one of the people that would, you know, talk shit and stuff like that. But I mean, looking back, I really just talked shit about people who I was jealous with, because I was a pretty jealous person freshman year. Because like I wanted to be cool, but I wasn't cool. So I would talk shit about cool people. So yeah, just don't talk shit. Don't listen to other people's shit. Yeah, I guess that's really the main point I want to get across. This is gonna be a pretty short video. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys to death with my high school experience. That's just, now that I think about it, it's just kind of boring. I mean, I didn't have anything crazy happen, really. Oh yeah, get into relationships for the right reason too. That's another thing. Don't fucking date someone because this could actually apply outside of high school too. Just because you connect well with someone and you think that they're pretty cool, don't just like date them. Dating is was like 90% of the high school relationships in my school were all terrible. Almost all of my friends, in fact, probably all of my friends. Let me think for a second. Yep. Yeah. Literally all my friends that were in relationships had more problems going into the relationship than they had before. Like, most high school relationships aren't for the right reasons. Like, it seems like a lot of people are just feel like, if you're just naturally someone who gets kind of lonely, feels lonely, and you think that you can just date someone to have an escape to that loneliness, have someone to cling on to in a way. I know that sounds kind of bad, cling on to, but that's literally what you're doing. And that's the problem with a lot of these relationships. You know, I was in a relationship, but I'll get into that later. But I had friends that were their girlfriends or boyfriends. You could just tell by the way that they would complain about them, that they were so clingy to the point where you knew that there was something there, that person was having problems before the relationship even started. And that's another thing too. If you want to go into like a relationship, get all your personal problems figured out, because if you think that your significant other is going to solve them, all it's going to do is just make your relationship a lot shittier, because all that's going to do, your personal problems, is just going to go on to the other person, and it's going to show through your behavior. Whether, you know, if you're constantly, what I've noticed, I would say being clingy is the number one thing. A lot of people, I would say that's like the number one most detrimental thing to a relationship is being clingy, because it doesn't give, especially in relationships, it doesn't give the person room to miss you or to really appreciate your presence. Because if you're constantly hitting someone, this is getting into some weird ass rant. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video, but if people who are clingy, if you're watching this right now and you're clingy, I'm just letting you know, like, it's good in the it feels good in the short term to hit up your significant other, be like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But in the long term, it makes your relationship awful, because honestly, if you're in a relationship right now and you're a clingy person, most likely your girlfriend or boyfriend is probably with you because they feel bad. And that sucks to hear that, but that's the truth, really. Because, I mean, all my friends were, when in their relationships, I was like, God, you're like my girl, like, she's so clingy, and she's like talking about like blah blah blah, and with guys too, but she'd be like, oh my God, like, he's literally hit me up 5 times today, asked me what I'm doing. And it's like, most of these people are in relationships because they eventually start to feel bad enough for their boyfriend or girlfriend that they're like, well, if I leave, then, you know, who knows what's gonna happen after, or like, because they feel bad. It's because they've invested so much time. It's like, well, I can't really leave now. So I guess that still kind of has to do with high school. Like, yeah, just don't be clingy. That's just, it's sus. This video is getting way too long, so I'm gonna stop it here. I don't even know what I'm gonna call it, but this is definitely going on the tube. So hopefully this one doesn't get as much hate. But if it gets views, your boy's chilling. So that's the end of this video.